Yeah, that it. I feel like that's when our shit is the funniest. Is when one of us stands our ground, whether we're right or wrong, and the
Yeah.
other two are just like, bro, you're fucking wrong. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That and our just our ad libbing in general.
Yeah.
Like when you're just talking about stupid stuff.
Like before I pressed record, Chris was like,
Uh,
Ebola virus. Like, okay.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what I said. I said Ebola virus. That's gotta suck.
Yeah, but you made it sound like it was relevant, like if it was the fucking bird flu, right? Because that shit's coming back right now. So
But it does suck. Like it doesn't
Yes,
change
yes,
the
it
fact
yeah, it
that
does. Of course it does.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Micropenis.
Yeah, that
suck.
sucks too.
It's gotta suck.
Well, someone I'm sure does. But anyway.
Slurp it. They slurp it.
Yeah. Anyone out there who has a micro penis, we're not making fun of you. I promise.
Yeah, just shave around it. It'll look bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, German, everything okay with you? I know I heard some shit going down. Nothing crazy, but just stuff.
no,
No?
no.
Is my wife talking shit then?
I was just kind of busy. I don't know.
Okay.
What is she saying?
Your in-laws
Oh,
had to help move?
Oh, that. Oh, well, not yet, but yeah, gonna have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're selling classic Tahoe, selling the home. Some big bank or some shit bought it, and they're gonna, demolish it and then build a $1.5 million home there. So yeah,
Of course.
Locals don't need homes.
no,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Just the rich locals. That's all.
And they're not even going to be there. They're going to rent it out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Airbnb. Yeah.
Well, they're going to go because I think I talked about this before that the measure passed in Tahoe. So 3 years later, every vacation home rental had to be out of the residential area and could only be in the core.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. And to get around it, these people rented long term to their friends, and their friends are subletting to.
Oh, no
tourists.
shit. Are you serious?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, this guy, one of the customers, because we go into those rentals up there in Tahoe every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
One of the owners literally told me that's what he was doing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just like before, like I was looking to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do you understand? Like we voted against this, dude. Like this is fucked up. Like you're taking away from people who need homes, and you're destroying the housing market, like absolutely obliterating it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of like my last straw. And when I told Jessie, my wife, like we gotta get the fuck out of here. Like this is just gonna get worse. If we want a house, we're not gonna afford one here, and it's not gonna be worth it, dude. Like we're just gonna be surrounded by tourists all the time.
Yeah.
Like we already were. That was actually like the best part of becoming a cable guy is I wasn't in the frontline customer service job anymore.
Yeah.
Like we're still customer service, but it's not like retail or the theater
Not
or
tourist customer service. Yeah.
Yeah, like we just always saw tourists as traffic to work, at work, traffic back home, our neighbors. It's like, dude, when do we get a break from tourists? So yeah, when that guy said that, I was like, man, you guys are fucking pieces of shit. And if one of you tells me that means you all told your friends, because they're all friends. Every single one of them are friends. These people with 2 homes in Tahoe, they're all friends. They talk and they tell each other, oh, do this and then blah blah blah, because that's how Airbnbs and vacation home rentals became a thing. They started telling each other, dude, just sell your home and buy another one over here and then just make money off of this and you never have to work a day in your life. And so, yeah. Anyways, how the fuck did we get on that?
My situation.
Oh, right.
No, that's not what was going on. It was actually some church thing that I had to go to.
Oh, okay.
Heck, I don't even know what it was, honestly. But I was there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, yeah, I heard that and I was like, fucking, I kind of had an idea that that's exactly what was happening.
Oh yeah. No, but yeah, that's what they're going through now. So I was like, well, it's like, here's what we got to do: rent the fucking big old storage, get all your big shit out, and start looking. They've been looking for a while, but
they're looking down here at all.
Now they are. Yeah, officially, they're like, yeah, Tahoe's everything's expensive or too pricey. So
yeah, cost of living is unfair up there.
It is.
All right. Well, if you guys need help,
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, if you need to borrow that strap thing, remember to like pick up heavy ass things.
Oh yeah,
that thing helps so much.
Oh, it's a lifesaver for sure.
Yeah, not throwing your back out and shit and stuff like that. So yeah, if I can't physically help, at least borrow that thing. I think my dad has it. I'll have to go get it from him. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Chris, how about you? What was it you were playing? You're playing Repo, but then you were playing something else?
Well, this week I played mostly Metal Gear.
What?
Yeah. What? Snapes.
Snapes?
Snapes, yeah. I was gonna say snakes, and I was like, wait, no, it's apes.
Rip Alan Rickman. Snape.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that's I mean, up through what, Thursday, I think is when I got to the checkpoint, right?
I think so.
Yeah. You were pretty much ready to go.
Yeah. So up because I'm pretty sure I started on Saturday last week.
Yeah, you pretty much started it after. You're like,
and I would grind it out a little bit each day, and did what you told me to. You play some extra ops until you unlock something, and then play that, and then play some extra ops until you unlock something, and do that, and I kept doing that, and then I would go back and grind a little bit more, and do some extra ops. Yeah, it was pretty much enjoyable.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah, I was going to say, was it tedious or was it actually fun? Like usually
the last part was tedious.
Well, trying to find the
I'm
doorknob?
glad you gave me that hint. Yeah, I'm glad you gave me that hint of go back to the beginning, because I was like, what does that mean? Like,
okay,
because at first,
okay. Keep going. Go.
Oh, at first I went back to the first mission where we hunted him down. And I did that, and it found him and everything. I was like, was that all I had to do? And
yeah.
Nothing happened. So I was like, all right, I'll try the next one. And I did that, and then I did the third one, and I was like, I would think they would have told me something by now, but like I'm not getting anything, so I don't know what that means. And I'm like, go back to the beginning. What does that mean? So I was like, does he mean the beginning of the game? So I went back to the very first mission, and I did every mission. I did like the first 4 or 5 main missions. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, what is it? I'm not getting anything. Like, nothing's happening. And so then I was like, well, okay, maybe I'll try some of the extra ops. And I did that friggin' target practice one.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. And I was like, I heard the grunting or whatever. I was like, what was that?
Well, he giggles. Yeah.
Something. Yeah. I heard that, and I was like, I look over and I see the stairs are open, and I was like, those weren't available before, were they? And so I go upstairs, and sure enough, he's right there. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sure that's gotten fucking everybody. And I didn't know how to give the hint too. I was like, I can't say like, hey, start from the first extra op.
Yeah.
No, and you couldn't be like,
that's where you find him.
Well, and it was also, we want you to experience that too. We weren't going to be like, oh, you're going to get to a point where you don't know where the fuck he went. He's here, That's the whole point too, is like figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do I do next?
And the funny thing is, like, lore-wise, he didn't escape the base. He hid on your base like an asshole.
Yeah. So how can I say this? How can I ask this? What I thought if it wasn't for Noise's hint, do you think you would have found him?
Hell no. I mean, not without looking it up, I don't think. No.
Sure. Yeah.
And I made it as vague as possible too. I was like,
because
if I said start from the first extra op, he would have found him right away. So I was
or you could have said, try checking mother base. He would have been like, what? Huh? Well, the only thing I can check, it was a good hint. I like to put in my 3 cents on this one now. For this is what I remember my first time. First of all, actually, this
3 cents because it's because of inflation.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but
he's trying to one up Jay's 2 cents.
But this time around, I didn't remember it was like 6 fucking times,
dude,
man.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 3. I thought it was 3. I won't lie to you. I was like, okay, I remember that being annoying, but and I also said to myself, maybe I missed what Kaz said. So I'm like, yeah, but it was probably my fault that first time around. Man, by mission 3, he's like, or 4, 3 or 4, like literally 3 or 4. You still got 3 more to go or so. He says, if he's not going to join us, then why are we keeping him around? Yeah. Good point, Snake. And then it's like, you still got to find 3 more times. Then what the fuck? I was so mad. And then I finally got to the final one. I'm like, all right, this has got to be the last fucking one. And then he's like, yeah, he took off the tracer, blah, blah, blah. And Snake and Kaz just says, you know what to do, boss. And I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, no. Yeah. I won't lie to you. My first time playing through this game when I got to the section, I possibly accidental or maybe even just kind of button mashing. Yeah. Because I was like, 6 times by this point. I was like, what the fuck? That I blame myself. I blame myself for not reading. Kaz said, "Oh, check mother base or some bullshit." In my head, I told myself that Kaz told you, like, no, he doesn't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
In my head, I thought he said something like that, and I missed it. In my head, I thought Kaz said, like, we're on full lockdown until we find him or some bullshit, you know? And so it was like, oh, that should have been full lockdown, meaning he's in base somewhere. Nope. I found it only because of my first playthrough back in the day. I remember I was kind of like, well, I guess that's it. Just fucking side ops. Like, he's not popping up no more. Like, and I did all the side ops I wanted to. I was kind of like, well, I'm done with this game. And then it wasn't until like I was talking to a friend of mine that was like, yeah, man, this and this and this. And he's like, and fucking, you fucking fight Seek and this and this. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, and he told me, yeah, you got to find what's his face. And I'm like, I never found him. And he was like, yeah, I forget where he's at, but he's like, yeah, you can find him. You can find him. My friend was also very vague on remembering details. So I went on the internet and I said, where the fuck is the doorknob? And every single comment, I don't think it was Reddit. I think it was,
it's pronounced the doorknob?
The doorknob.
The doorknob. I missed that. I heard you say doorknob. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's the doorknob. I think it was a wiki or not a wiki. What's that other shit called? FAQ. GameFAQs. Like the link that took me to that. Everybody was like, "What the fuck? Like, how were you supposed to know this? How the fuck were you supposed to know this?" So I'm a little mad, and at the same time, like, God damn it, Kojima, like that's pretty good. But
it's a very Kojima thing. Like he definitely started doing more and more things like that in like as his career progressed. Like you'll see once we get into a couple more games. Like, I mean, we're almost to the end, but a couple more games because someone's asked us to do PT, which I'm gonna have to get my PlayStation 4 to you guys, and you guys are gonna have to play it one at a time. But it's just stuff like that. That's just like, how, dude? How exactly were we supposed to solve this?
And I'm not gonna lie, to me that it was I like it because it was like, oh man, pretty cool, pretty clever, but it's also like a big FU because it's like there was, as far as I know, unless the internet or anyone out there knows, like, oh no, the actual clue was this, or eventually if you clear every single mission, he'll tell you look in base. No, like as far as I know, there's no tape that I know of that will say check mother base. There's no fucking briefings, nothing. And so I feel really betrayed to an extent because I'm like, I gave up on this game. I mean, I didn't fight Zeke, right? I didn't quote unquote beat the game and then unlock all the extras that are after it. Maybe until a year after Peace Walker came out, after I shelved it, after I put it on the shelf, said, well, I guess I'm done with that game. And yeah, you know, so I don't know. It's like a bittersweet to me because like, it's kind of cool, but I wish there was more of a way to find out instead of going online. Because I kind of hate that. I hate going online or having to go online to figure something out. That to me is always like the biggest bullshit. A game should like you should be able to figure it out within the game. And whoever figured it out, whoever the hell the first guy was like, oh, he's on Mother Base. Let me know. How the hell did you know to look at fucking Mother Base, dude?
Well, you know, like I had a similar experience. Like I thought I beat the game because, you know, you beat Peace Walker, whatever. And, you know, I was just like, well, fuck these extra ops. Like I don't give it. I thought they were extra ops, but they're main ops. These Zadornov ones.
Yeah, there's main ops,
They're main ops, but in my head I was like, these are just extra ops, and I'm like, well, fuck, I don't give a shit about this guy. Like, I don't care anymore. And yeah, I just remember like people would talk about these other extra ops and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, those ones never like unlocked for me, but whatever. Literally, dude, I almost can't really talk about it because it's kind of spoilers, but it wasn't until another game where I was like, wait, when did this happen? And I was like, I played Peace Walker. I know what's up. I know the story of Portable Ops. I know what's up.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What am I missing?
Yeah.
When did this happen? And so I was like, what the fuck? But I was just like, okay, well, let me just go back to play. I was just like, maybe it's like I don't know, some extra lore, like, you know, like the Grimoire or something on Destiny, like something wherever. And I was just like going through my old save file, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let me fucking like S rank some things. And of course, you know, when you return to a game, you're like, well, let me start at the beginning. And so I'm like S ranking from the beginning and stuff. And I'm in the training room, and I'm like, the fuck is that? And I did the same thing Chris said. Were those stairs accessible before?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the shit is going? Dude, there's something over here. Someone's talking. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I see him, and I'm like, you motherfucker. And then the rest of the game opened up, and I was like, you know how many years? Like for you was a year. For me, it was years, bro.
That's crazy, dude.
Years that
That's crazy.
I put it down, and it was just like, what in the holy hell? And the rest of the fucking game opened up, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, absolutely blew my mind. Like, I didn't feel betrayed, maybe a little bit, but I definitely was like, damn, I'm glad I found this because there's more. You know, it was like the gift that kept on giving. It was just like, holy shit! I thought I was done with this game years later. And it's like, nah. And what was cool too is that since I beat quote unquote beat chapter 4 on PSP when I went back to the game, I did the transferring thing, and so I got to experience the actual chapter 5 and the end of the end of chapter 5 and the Zeke battle with the HD collection. So I was like sick, like I finally get to experience this. So yeah, it was really weird. Like I experienced this game across 2 different consoles.
That's crazy.
Unintentionally. But yeah, I can't wait till we get to that game to tell Chris like this is the thing that was like, hey, you should know this. And I was like, I don't. Why don't I know this?
Like, I don't. And you're like, when? Yeah, it was a bit like, when did that's how I felt with my friend. I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking, dude? He's like, yeah, dude. I'm like, you're fucking lying. I'm like, you're fucking with me. No, dude, this happens. I'm like, and I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, how? When? You know? Like, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely blew my fucking mind. So it was kind of like a double just awesome mind fuck, you know, because this other game, like all of a sudden I made new connections and I was like, whoa, you know, like it blew my mind twice.
No, but
okay.
Well, like I said, the worst part is that it's 6. I mean, 3 I would give you 3 fucking, but 6 fucking recovers the doorknob. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
It's a middle finger because it's like usually like or like 5. You're like 3 or 5. Cool, those are nice round numbers, but 6. Like you're like, dude, how many more times?
3 or 5, those are nice round numbers.
Well, yeah, 3 as a trilogy and 5 as half of 10. 5s are
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are they not round numbers? 4 is not a nice round number, is it?
4 is an even number.
Right, but you know what I mean. Things come in trilogies or they come in 5s.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the wrong timeline driven.
This
is the wrong timeline driven.
It's. I get it. It just sounded hella funny. Yeah. Okay. It's a nice round number. I'm like,
it is.
Literally, they're round.
Yeah, literally. Oh man, but yeah. So, well,
yeah.
What
my
else?
week was
well, yeah,
Minecraft. Actually,
we didn't ask about your week. Sorry about that.
No. We went into this was still Chris's week.
Oh yeah, because he was playing. That's what he did all day.
That's what he was doing all week. But yeah, my week was actually just Minecraft with my wife and stuff. We're playing that cursed walking mod and with a real time clock, and it's pretty crazy. I got really deep into because it's a mod pack, so it's got the creative mod, and I'm really getting super deep into the creative mod. And if anyone out there is like, "What Minecraft?" Blah, blah, blah. Dude, get Java version on PC and look at the modded world. It is vast. It's crazy. It just changes the game. You know, even vanilla is pretty awesome when you dig into it. But once you get into the modded stuff, it's like there's no going back. You know what I mean? You can't play vanilla ever again. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week. Like that's why I was like, all we've been doing is playing Minecraft all day today. And then you know, like okay, I gotta cook dinner. And then yeah, your guys' text showed up, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, it's totally fucking space day. Like shit, you know, because it's usually 2 days ago. But you know, German was busy, so it was just like, oh shit. We're actually recorded today. But yeah, that was my fucking week. So yeah, I recommend modded Minecraft for those who are not in the know, which is like what, not that many gamers. Like it's the biggest selling game of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Minecraft podcast where we discuss no, wait, what is it? No, I fucked it up.
Metal Gear Minecraft.
Metal Gear Saga podcast, where we discuss the Metal Gear games from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. I'm Noise, and I am accompanied by my 2 blockheads, Chronorizer.
Hey guys.
And Blue Rhino Boss.
Howdy.
So, we've been playing Peace Walker for like a year now.
Jesus.
It feels like it.
Peace Walker the MMO, but by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, chapter 5 is literally just these 6 missions and the Zeke battle. So it's kind of weird because you don't unlock them one after the other, or do you? I don't really remember.
I think you do. As soon as you mean like the finals to Dornoff?
Yeah.
Yeah, finals to Dornoff leads to immediate Seek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, so once you do search 1, it does search 2, and then search 3. So you can do them sequentially?
No. But what I meant was like finals to Doorknob will lead to Seek. So no, you do search 1, and then you do like 1 or 2 side missions. Yep, okay. And then it's like, oh, he just escaped again, you know?
So it is like Pancrathian in Monster Hunter World.
A little bit, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's better on the HD version or whatever, but yeah, on this version, it was fucking, it was rough.
Because I remember we kind of told Chris that we're like, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like Pancrathian, where you're like, you got to fuck around a bit for stuff to happen, you know? It's like, how do you tell them, how do you tell them, you know, what to do without telling them what to do?
What's funny too is I remember actually in the first episode, it probably was, maybe second, we were like, oh yeah, you know, like we're like, did you go like do target practice by any chance? He's like, I went in there and that's what it is. And we're like, yeah, just go in there and shoot you can shoot all your weapons. We were kind of like, hey, you don't forget you can go in. I think I even said something along the lines of like, I think it's the only time you can go on Mother Base or something stupid like that. And I was like, this is gonna be months later, he won't remember. So
oh yeah, I don't remember you mentioning Mother Base specifically, no.
Yeah. It's like it's not even really free roam. It's just like a room.
No. Yeah, literally.
But yeah, when I first played the game, I did like doing the target practice stuff because it was just you could like test out your weapons, how the recoil works, you know, like I don't know. I had a blast doing that kind of stuff and try to get S rank with different weapons because you only have to get S rank with one weapon, and you have the S rank for that training
mission. Oh, really?
Mission.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you can keep going back there and just use whatever. So that's why it's harder with the earlier weapons, right? Because all you have is your fucking Mark 22, I think.
And yeah.
So it's like, as soon as the targets get further away, you're like, I'm not hitting fucking shit with this thing. Like, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. And I think I always use the, what is it? It's kind of like an assault rifle, and you can adjust you can adjust it to be single shot, but I can't think of the name. It's a really good one.
Wow, I have no idea which one it is then.
And that one, yeah, because you could do like it burst or single or automatic. And yeah, if you just knock it down to single, like it's really accurate. At long distances for target practice and stuff.
Huh.
But yeah, Zadornov Search 1. These are like basic ass fucking.
Absolutely.
But also, this is Chris. So how'd you do with the first one? The first one was the one with the where what's it called? There's that spot where you had to take a picture of that one guy where you're like, who am I supposed to take a picture of?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And there's a bridge and it's basically the very, very first area, like all connected, all as one.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you do there? I mean, these are familiar areas, so you should have been okay.
It was all right. I think I can't
Rio
remember
del Jade. Sorry, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was this one or the second one where I found him by accident because I had the analyzer with me.
Okay.
And I was just walking around and happened to catch someone and it said rank A, and I was like, ooh. So I tranked him, and then I use the Fulton to bring him back in. I was like, did I just find him? Okay. And I did, and it's like, get to the recovery point. I was like, that was easy.
So you didn't even notice like his model? That's completely different?
No, I just happened to find someone who was rank A, and I was like, oh, I want him. And so I tranked him and bring him home. I was like, oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was the first or second one. But yeah, they were all relatively easy. There was a couple where he was hidden fairly well. There was one where
there's one in the jungle. So the next one after that is a jungle where let's see, it ends in that beginner area where it's like learn to stealth, you know, and the credits are going by.
Yeah,
with the shipping containers. That's the second one.
That first one is in that where it's like the courtyard, and they like. It's like a packaging plant or something. That's where it was. It was in the back room. That was the first one. Okay.
Oh yeah, because the last screen is I don't even know what to describe it as. It's like it's got kind of like a little maze to the left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like hip high stuff
in
the way. Yeah.
Yep.
And
that was the first one.
There's prisoners too there that you can rescue. The third one is in that jungle. I used to hate this jungle area, especially on PSP, because the guys in the ghillie suits blend in so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is that jungle area, the ruins, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, what is it? Selva de la Leche. So that's the milk jungle. Was the literal translation. Which is also, there's also a part called Catarata de la Muerte, which is Death's Cataract.
Isn't that the waterfall?
It's part of this map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we never really translated all these things. German.
No, I was gonna say.
Yeah, like Ruinas de Quetzalcoatl, so Quetzalcoatl's ruins.
I mean, Paz does that shit for you.
Does she? Yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah, she will. And all this like, oh, this, blah, 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 it means this. Like, whatever, bitch.
Rio del Jade?
It's different Spanish, so there's definitely
jade.
Stuff
Yeah, it says jade.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what jade is in Spanish, or in their Spanish, their Costa Rican Spanish.
Banana fruta de oro. So what does that mean? Golden banana fruit?
Yeah. Well, banana's yellow. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Puerto del Alba. What's Alba?
Beats me.
I don't know what Alba is. Yeah, that's all I see when I see Alba. Jessica Alba. Why would I her? She's gone, man. Selva de la Muerte, which is the jungle of death. Yeah. Okay. And then the fourth one is in. I think it's where you fight. No, wait. No, I'm wrong. What is this fourth one? Let me share this so you guys can fucking see. This one, the screenshots of this are awful. Oh, this is where you search for Chico.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
In the Fabala, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so this is called Cafetal Aroma Encantado. So that's like enchanted coffee aroma.
Yeah, kind of weird fucking title.
Yeah. And then it ends at the Aldea Los Despiertos. What's Aldea? I don't know that word.
No, there's definitely some words that I don't understand. So
yeah, Aldea Los Despiertos. Okay.
Something about awake. Something about awakening or something like that.
Yeah, but the awakened. Yeah. And then it continues with that mission 5. Oh yeah, you start at that spot and then you cross the bridge and end up in those ruins where you go where you find Kojima.
Yep.
And Mei Ling and shit.
I did check all the other ones again. It's still the same characters.
Same
thing. Same Easter eggs. Kojima, freaking. Oh no, sorry, no Kojima. It's empty. But the Metal Gear, the fucking the sunlight, the fish, the poker chips, all that's still there.
Okay.
Mei Ling, yeah, but no Kojima. Kojima's is just empty.
Gotcha.
Oh, I forgot about Mei Ling.
Yeah,
because it was. I started from the opposite side this time. I started from the left, and so he was in the second one I checked, and I totally forgot about Mei Ling.
And then wait a minute, it says mission 6 is not in the training area. What the fuck? I'm confused. Okay, no, wait, hold on. So he escapes 7 times then, because 6 is in that spot where I said there was that funny ghost mission where you had to like resuscitate people.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you do that one, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, I haven't done it.
I don't think it's.
I know you did one where you had to like take pictures of him or something.
Yeah, I did that one, and then there was another one where it was like you had to get batteries or something near where they were.
I haven't done that one.
Okay, yeah, and then this is Miner's Residence. This is the 6th one, and yeah, you can literally just like hop over and fucking find them or whatever in a box, hiding in a box.
Yeah.
So then it's the 7th one. That's not really a mission. You just have to find him in the training area.
Yeah. It is not a mission. Yeah, because there's
because
he says I have no mission. There's no mission or some bullshit. So you're like, okay.
See, normally 7 is a nice round number, but no, not here.
7's fucking overkill, man. Come on.
Come on, dude. But yeah, so the Zeke battle, it looks like you go through a certain area that I don't really remember.
What do you mean go through an area?
I don't know. He's like free roaming here in the screenshot, right?
I can barely see it. I
know
that's me though. Yeah.
Well, I can't zoom in this stupid ass picture. They took like the smallest screenshots ever.
I don't know what the hell that screenshot is.
I can't. That's fucked. But yeah. And anyways, the Zeke battle. Chris, Paz was manning. Yeah, Paz was manning the Zeke.
Yeah, I knew it. I called it.
Yeah, I sure did.
Well,
did you say she was an innocent girl
and idea, and then they made her seem innocent, and I was like, all right, maybe not.
Yeah, were you like actually convinced after last episode that you were like, oh, okay, maybe I was wrong?
Actually, yeah. I was
Nice.
like, all right, maybe not, but then yeah.
Okay.
I should have stuck with my guns, damn it.
He's like, I don't know when, maybe not this game, but one game she'll become evil. I know it.
I hate this battle, Zeke.
What? Even with that
hated it.
Dope ass soundtrack?
Oh,
the soundtrack
Jesus.
was cool, but I hated the battle. Like half the stuff, because he's like, oh, the rocket launchers are available to use. Go use them. So I'd go use them. Oh, stand up against the wall and mark your target. So I'd stand up against the wall and I couldn't mark the freaking target because I'm faced the wrong way.
Oh, fuck? What? Rocket launchers? Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's these like there's like these mortar type things that are there you can use.
I didn't use them. Goddamn.
Yeah, they're there. You didn't know they were there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about they're at the edge of the platform. There's the one that gives you supplies.
Yeah. That's the only one. I thought that was what he was talking about. I wasn't listening to him a lot because there was a lot of shit going on. I'm trying to survive. And
then the other ones, yeah, because I saw the one that gave you supplies. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I saw the other one. I was like, what does this do? And he's like, oh, go stand up against the wall and mark your target. So I was like, okay. So I went up against the wall and it's telling you to press, I think it's R1 to look at the target and L1 to look at the target and then R1 to mark it. And so I did that, and it just looks at the wall. And I was like, what? It wasn't until later that I found out you have to be at a wall like that you're up against, and that the wall you're up against has to be facing towards where Zeke is.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't look at it.
Well, yeah. Why would you be one that's not facing him?
It didn't tell me that, so I didn't know. Anyway, so I tried it once, and it worked. And I was like, oh, that's so awesome. I'm going to use that more often. And so I tried to use it, and its freaking railgun thing hits me through the wall.
Oh. Damn, I gotta redo that battle then, because shit, I didn't see that railgun thing you're talking about.
So yeah. Then I found out that those things that open up the what do you call them? The ports or the whatever those things are you can use as cover.
Yeah. You technically have to
you can use those as walls. And I didn't know that at first.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started using those and it worked out a lot better. But yeah, I was just like, what do you mean I can't look at what do you mean? And then I would finally figure it out and I couldn't use it then because it hit me with the freaking railgun. I was like, oh my gosh.
What do you mean there's no ice? You mean I got to drink this coffee hot?
It took me probably a good 10 tries to beat her.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was I was about ready to call it quits that day and just like I'll pick it up tomorrow and continue then. Just I don't want to get myself worn out or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And
not another
yeah.
Another Rex experience.
And then I like the last try I was like, all right, I got a good rhythm now, I got it going and everything and I finally beat her. I was like, oh my gosh, I hated that. It was not fun.
This makes me like I do now kind of appreciate how people who didn't grow up with these games really struggle with the original controls, and this versus Metal Gear Rex. Like I think you would have done better with Metal Gear Rex had you had these controls and this camera.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if they ever remake those ones, I think mostly they should just concentrate on modernizing it the way they're doing Delta.
Mm-hmm.
And graphics comes second. But since everyone's using UE5 or UE5, like Bethesda, as long as they optimize it and it's not shitty, as far as like graphics goes, I think those remakes would be good. Like keep everything the same, modernize the controls, give us a third-person camera for all the games, and they should be enjoyable. Like definitely though, I think for one, Metal Gear Solid 1, I mean, definitely take away the MGS2 mechanics. Like don't make it like Twin Snakes because that makes that game insanely easy. The whole hopping over railings and stuff and people in lockers. Like you take away from the experience for sure. And that Revolver Ocelot fight is so easy in first person, but they'd have to figure something out to make it more challenging. But yeah, I think that's why this one didn't take you as long as Rex, because if you didn't grow up with those controls, fucking yeah, I could see why our friend Spy gave up, and I could see why it took you 2 streams, like 2 full-on streams to beat Rex.
Yeah.
So yeah, like 10 tries. I think it's pretty legit to me. I don't remember how many it took me my first time, but this last time I think it took me like 3 tries. I think maybe 2. But yeah, I was still trying to like remember like what the fuck am I doing? Like you said with the rockets, I was like, what? where? And then I was like, oh yeah, everything had to like kind of click.
Yeah.
Did you get almost stomped by her and have to press the action button a bunch?
No, I never had that happen.
Damn.
Yeah, you
the
never
one
get to
thing that
see
she
that.
did kept getting me with is that like where she's like basically skating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
roller-
She always
roller
got
skate?
me with
Yeah.
that. Oh, that pissed me off so much.
I think I got hit less with the skatings from her than I did with fucking
Peace Walker.
Peace Walker's fucking Tokyo Drift. Yeah, man, the Tokyo Drift got me a lot more.
I think the opposite for me. I think I got hit by her roller skating more than Peace Walker.
Yeah. Yeah, once I figured out with Peace Walker you could hide like behind those buildings, I didn't get hit by the Tokyo Drift much, but her skating almost every single time got me.
Yeah, but I gotta say I enjoy this fight more than Peace Walker one. This feels like a Metal Gear battle that we haven't had in years when you think about it. We haven't had one since 2.
Yeah.
Because in 3 we had the Shagahad. I mean that was a good fight, but it wasn't a Metal Gear fight.
No, it really
4 what happened in 4?
Metal Gear.
Yeah, that was okay. Whatever.
You fought a Metal Gear with Metal Gear.
Yeah. But it's still I like that feeling of being this one dude.
Yeah.
Taking out a giant mech that is not supposed to be it's supposed to be this mech versus the world, and it's one dude who's just like watch hold my beer, hold my bandana.
But it's also funny if you really think about this too. Like kind of like was it Spy that was saying it's like it can't be destroyed, it can't be damaged by rockets. Proceeds to destroy by with rockets.
Right.
It's the concept of like this is the ultimate weapon. Like it can do X, Y, and Z, and then one man takes it out, and they're like, let's do the same thing again. One man takes it out. Let's do the same thing again. Yeah. It's like, how about we make a different fucking weapon this time?
Yeah. Make sure one dude cannot take it down.
Yeah, man. Maybe a skirt of fucking fire penises,
Yeah. I mean, we got one in Ghost Babel.
Yeah, that almost pretty cool.
Oddly enough, we got one in there. But even Portable Ops, we didn't really get one. That one was kind of like a mini. I don't know. That one was really
Portable Ops could have been better, absolutely, for the Metal Gear fight. This one had the best Metal Gear fight, in my opinion. I do like Peace Walker, and I do like Seek overall. I think they were fine. The pupas, I guess is what we can call it, right? Because it's all the same word, right? Pupa, cocoon, and chrysalis, right? We kind of determine they're all the same shit. The pupas are the ones I kind of have the issue with. I grinded them a lot. Let's just put that much. I'm fucking tired. I am so tired of fighting these things. I'm trying to get these goddamn chips because they're random. They're random. What you get. There's a little bit of a. No, not a little bit. Remember when I said last one, I was like, oh, I can't get it. And then I realized something, but I can't say much. I'm sure, Chris, you've unlocked at least one of these, the Pupa Battle 2, right?
Yep. I unlocked all of them, yeah.
Okay, People Battle 2, and then there's People Battle. So then I was doing People Battle 2 like crazy, and Crystal's Battle 2 like crazy. I'm doing these battles like fucking left and right, trying to get these remaining chips. And I wasn't getting the last ones I need. I'm like, what the fuck? This time I didn't grind that much, thankfully. But then I said, is there a third one? So then I started playing the rest of the game, and sure enough, there's a custom one, and that's the one that gives you the rarest of the chips. And I was like, God damn it, dude. I'm like, fuck, dude. I was a little annoyed. I'll tell you that much.
This format I think would have worked great for. I think I mentioned this when we went over Metal Gear Solid Mobile, right? Because it was Snake and Otacon taking out Metal Gears. It was like them during Philanthropy.
Yeah,
I think this format would have been great for that. Just like every mission was a new Metal Gear. And it's basically cool. Monster Hunter, right? You grind out certain Metal Gears, but instead of it just being these 4, Peace Walker and the other pupas, because I get it. Just like grinding out one fucking guy over and over and over. Like those poor sons of bitches trying to grind out Nergigante back in Monster Hunter World, and we're not getting the plate or the gem or wherever the fuck that they were getting. They're like, dude, I fought this thing 1,000 times. And I have not gotten what I need. And it's just like, I'm sorry. Like you made your game save on the wrong date because.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was so. Me and Bonnie.
The RNG was based on that shit.
I told her, like, we're fucked, Bonnie. She's like, well, yeah, we're fucked, dude.
Kill your character, start a new one.
Yeah, honest fuckingly, dude. That's the only choice you had. It was so stupid.
You don't get the same luck.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but I think this format, like if they were just, I really want a Metal Gear Philanthropy game.
I do like that idea too. I would love that as well.
With this format, and you're just hunting Metal Gears, fuck yes, dude. Like, let's go. I guess I'll just have to make that game myself.
I guess, but yeah. So let's continue with this. Chris, how did you feel about Paz being in her little undies?
It was
Necessary or unnecessary?
Unnecessary.
It's hot in that cockpit, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, and why was it filling with water?
Because it's hot.
She was getting wet.
I don't know. It was weird.
No, it's very weird, and especially she's.
By the way, I figured out what to do for her date thing.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. You were asking if that was the one.
Yeah,
she's underage.
Okay. Yeah, she is underage. What did you do, Chris? What did you do? What rank did you get? What did you do?
I don't remember how I figured it out, but I was like, there's got to be something I got to, because there's that one area, like you go to the left and there's that little cave you go into, and there's a ledge there. And well, first of all, the first thing I discovered was you could CQC her.
Yeah.
And
grab her
she
chest.
just like that, yeah.
No,
which I don't blame
but
her.
It even gives you a little sound effect, like a ding, like you did good. It's not a it's a ding, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And she slaps you.
It has the broken heart symbol.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's not good. And then I ended up doing that a few more times just to see what happened, and I lost. And
just to see what happened.
Like, no, wait, come back, don't leave.
He's like, for research.
I had to know.
Well, I was just curious about what would happen.
Yeah. No.
And so she left, and I was like, all right, that's obviously the wrong thing to do. So then I came back, and I was like, all right, there's got to be something I got to do. So I was like, well, I don't have any weapons, so I can't shoot anything, So I'm like, I'm CQCing the dummies, and nothing's happening. I'm like going around. I'm like, is there anything like hidden somewhere that I'm supposed to look for? And like I'm going around looking around. I brought magazines. I put it on the ground, and she's like, what's that?
You did that? I did too. Yeah.
She's like, what's that? And I was like, okay, maybe that's not it either. So I'm like, I'm going around doing all sorts of stuff, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And so I saw there was that little cave, and I go over and I see there's a ledge there, and I was like, maybe I have to climb up there on the box. And so I tried like lining up perfectly and climbing up there, and it didn't work, and I broke the box. I was like, crap, I got to start over now. So I started over, and I tried again, broke the box again. I was like, gosh dang it. And I must have tried that like 5 or 6 times, and it just wasn't doing anything. And so I was like, well, I remember I broke this gate somehow last time. I don't remember how, but I broke through here. So I think I had like some C4 with me or something. Or no, that was a different mission. No, never mind. I tried CQCing it, and it didn't work and didn't do anything. So I'm like, okay, is it the boat? Do I have to go off the dock? Like, what do I have to do? And I'm just pressing buttons, and I'm pressing start, and I'm going through everything, and I come across the messages.
Okay.
And I was like, I haven't tried that yet. Like, does that do anything? And so I went up to her, and I think I had something like, it's great to have you or something.
Yeah.
And it gave a heart, and I was like, oh, cool. What is that? And then I did something else, and she just kind of like, nothing really happened. I was like, so does it have to be like a positive message or something? And so I was like, all right, let me get out of here. I want to like customize this and go through that and choose some better ones, and I'll come back and try that. And sure enough, I come back, and I did like a bunch of them, and I don't even remember which ones I did, but they were all positive.
But all positive. Yep, of course.
And she's like standing there, and she's like looking at me like all like, I don't know how to describe it, but and I was like, so what do I do next? And I was going through my stuff, my supplies, like trying to figure out what to do, and I had accidentally equipped the box. And he gets in, and she's like, room for 2, and I was like, what? And she comes in there, ooh, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so wrong.
What's funny is on that mission, you can actually just pass it just by equipping the box, and she'll get in there, and you'll get like a C rank, I think it is, because that's what I did this time. And she's actually gets in there, she's like, I think she goes, are you gonna get like little trickle hearts, like trickle? And she goes, oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck
already?
Yeah. Like that. But if you do get like you're all happy and shit, yeah, she's like, oh, what am I gonna do with you or some bullshit like that? I'm like, damn, dude. So I this is the one where I was going through the I knew it was the box to complete the mission, but I'm like, how do I get a higher rank? I don't remember. And I tried bringing magazines. I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta fucking talk to her, right? And so I started going through all my codecs, and I was just putting a bunch of positive ones like you did, Chris. And I found one that I had forgotten all about, and I wanted to record it for you guys, but I forgot. And maybe Noise can find it because I would love that to be on the soundboard. It's David Hayter as Snake going meow, meow, meow. He does fucking cat meows, dude. I love it too. As soon as I saw meow, I was like, oh my god, I used to equip that all the time. Just run around and go meow, meow, meow. Just for no fucking reason, dude. I love that one so much. And when you play that one for her, she's like meow, 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 meow. You know, like there's a few that most of them she'll say like, oh, thank you, or oh, you know, you're so kind. Some simple stuff like that. Mm-hmm. There's a few that she'll respond to, like if you tell her one that says peace, she'll be like, yeah, peace, or some bullshit like that. You know, you can also take out your camera and she'll pose and whatnot for you.
Oh,
I don't think you get hearts.
Too, yeah.
I put on the Walkman. I didn't get shit with the Walkman either. Yep. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny that she like it. She is underage, but I will keep going and saying that. How old do you think she is?
She looks like she's 14.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I'm guessing like 16.
I think officially, like they end up saying that obviously her whole persona was fake or whatever, you know?
Yeah, she's actually like 20 or something like that.
Like 19 or some bullshit like that. Yeah. She's older, but still, yeah.
But you find that out after the Zeke fight.
Yeah.
Which means Snake believed she was underage when y'all got under that box.
Mm-hmm.
The love box.
Yep. So you guys didn't put on the tux?
I did.
I forgot about the tux. I tried using perfume. I couldn't use perfume because my stamina was all the way up.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried that too.
It.
Yeah. Yep.
I couldn't use it because like she was full. I'm like, well, fuck, dude. She would like this, but
the tux is the easiest way to get like S rank. As far as I remember, yeah, because you're on a date.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's right. Because I tried doing it because I tried it with the tux first. The first time I tried it with tux, and I couldn't like. I touched her and everything, and she laughed.
Whoa!
And I was like,
I touched her and everything. She didn't like it, but whatever. Yeah. You know, I kept doing it. I just kept doing it.
I forced myself on her, and then I tried Naked Snake. And
yeah, I did naked.
What are you doing?
I knew she wouldn't like naked, but I did it. I did it anyways.
Like I couldn't even go near her; she would get all freaked out.
Yeah. I do like bumping into her. I was trying to bump her into like the fucking water.
Oh yeah.
I did do that a couple times too. Yeah, but yeah. So I tried a lot of things, but yeah, I remember the camera. She would pose for it, and then I tried the Walkman as well, and that didn't do anything.
I won't lie, like her posing and her being very like sweet or whatever, like I kept going like, man, like I know what's coming up. Like I know you're a bitch, you know, but I'm like she does seem so fucking innocent, like so sweet, you know? And I'm like, I'm gonna have to kill this
very
bitch.
Kawaii.
You know? Yeah, she's very kawaii, you know. Because she's just twirling around with her little dress or whatever you want to call it, you know. This is the dress, right? Yeah, the dress. And
her skirt, yeah.
Yeah, and
Catholic school going uniform.
Yeah. No, she's very, very cute, but I'm like, damn. But so, Chris, did you do any? Now, while we're on the subject of her, of pods and everything, you can find some of her diaries in the form of cassettes. I guess. Did you find any of hers?
Oh
yeah.
What? You have to find those and listen to those.
Oh
yeah. I forgot about the first one. I didn't think I had them, and then I found her first one. And I listened to it and I was like, oh, I did get this one. I don't remember the other two, but I did get it. I was like, yeah, I remember this cassette tape.
Where are they like on random levels or somewhere or like?
No, not random levels.
They should already be unlocked now that they beat the game.
Yeah, you should be able to find them. Have you?
Okay.
Did you do Pupa Battle 2 at all? Or repeat any of the Pupa Battles?
I did Pupa Battle 2.
Yeah. Okay.
I did Pupa Battle 2. I tried Chrysalis Battle 2, and that was a pain in the ass, so I didn't do that.
Yeah, fuck that one. Well,
I am curious to do Cocoon Battle though, because that one
I did do
considerably easier.
Not just easier. I kind of think it was funner, honestly.
Yeah.
Because this is like Noise said, a giant fucking fortress machine. You know, you're just looking at it, going like, God damn, you know, like I'm gonna take this shit out, you know, and by all means, you don't really take it out. You just destroy its weapons enough until you can take it out, you know. Until you can get the AI, you don't really take out that weapon, you know.
Yeah.
It's a big old fucking machine. Anyways, but so I'll tell you where they're at because I don't know how much more are we gonna play Noise. Or should I let them know where to find them? Or
well, so my plan is to have a guest for the next episode.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, I mean, if you want, I would say like keep playing some more for next week.
Okay.
And then we'll just talk with our guests and stuff and bullshit about some X drops and whatever. But yeah, it's up to you, German. If like, do you think it would be a waste of time for him to spend the time to look for this shit, or is it better for him just to be informed?
I don't know. Like, they're not okay. I'll try and give you my best hint. They're not like in a random ass mission. Like you have to get them during one of a battle. I'll say that much. Like it could be the tank battle, it could be the chopper battle. I'm not sure which ones, but yeah, that's what I'll leave it at that.
And what are these again that he's looking for?
Well, so you can get Strangelove. I don't know if it's diary or entries. You can get some
right
bonus Strangelove entries and some pause entries. So just to add to the lore and to like,
is that in the mission briefing stuff, or is
that is in the mission briefing? You go into the extras. So like I'm playing the game right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm fucking playing right now. Yeah, you go into the data files, and they'll be in there. They'll be in there. Speaking of, I'm sure you got to this point now. Did you get a special delivery from someone from a special somebody? You should have gotten it. No, I mean, Chris.
Got a tape from what's her name? Eva.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was referring to.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a tape from Eva.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get this thing from Eva. I'm glad I remembered to bring this up. So with that Eva one, I think in the very first tape, there's like 7 of them, and I haven't listened to all of them. I won't lie to you, because here's the problem with those ones. It's all info from, again, I haven't listened to all of them, so correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who knows. So far, they're all info that we already fucking know. It's about the first tape is literally the ending to 3, where she's like, Snake shouldn't betray the United States, all that bullshit there. Sorry, not bullshit, because it hurts me to this day. Then it's stuff about the whole Mercury 7, that she was erased from there. Like, we already know that too. That she was her secret mission where she killed the Sorrow. Like, I know that's within these tapes. And I'm like, that stuff, well, I guess she does expand a little bit more on it, but she expands more on it, but we already know what happens. But on when I was listening to the one where it's like literally the debriefing, if you will, of the fucking MGS3, I noticed, I wanted to see if it was, because without the theme, without that, somber music playing in the background of Big Boss being betrayed and having to shake hands with the president and all that bullshit, it almost sounded like a brand new recording. I'm like, is it a brand new recording? And it's not. And not only is it not a brand new recording, but they fucking ported over the subtitles in its entirety, because soldier is misspelled in this shit too. So right. She says that soldier is spelled solider, and I was like, they fucking literally just took it from 3, like slap, and it's literally fucking misspelled. I think it's the funniest thing ever, dude.
Solider.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's on purpose. Solid.
No. Solid. Son of a bitch. We just cracked some super code 10 years, 30 years later. Yeah. Kojima's been waiting for this. Go punch in Solider on, the final game and see what happens. Maybe we'll get a special mission or something. I don't know. Noise, you tell me.
Solider Snake?
Solider.
There's Solid Snake and Solider Snake.
Yeah. We forgot to mention that we killed the doorknob.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
because he fucking refused
to quote unquote have a choice.
Yeah, we fucking shot his ass. Kind of forgot about that.
And what's funny about it, like, it really, because Snake goes, I killed him. I had no choice, right? And Kaz's like, oh, okay. And it really, to me, as a player, I felt like I killed the doorknob. Anyways, like, this fucker wasn't going to join us. I was over him. I was like, good. I'm glad.
Good riddance, yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so Paz, yeah, she's okay. She's working for Cypher, and who is Cypher, Chris? Do you know?
Cypher?
I don't remember.
Oh my lord. Ugh. Oh, one quick side note. Talking back to Eva. In the tape, she says she gave you a fucking photo, and I'm like, I don't have this photo. What are you talking about? So am I crazy? I don't see any photo that she sent me.
Photo of what?
It's supposedly of the Mercury 7 with the boss edited out or some shit like that. And I'm like, I don't have it. So am I just crazy? Like, why don't I have that picture? But anyways,
where would you even look at it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But it literally says that like she's like Snake. She's like,
have you looked in like the R&D thing? You know, like where you get like tortilla chips and all that shit.
I have looked in there, like not like crazy looked in there, but maybe
you know, like those documents that you pick up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. But yeah. Anyways, noise. Who is it, Chris? Who is Cypher?
It's oh my god, Revolver Ocelot.
No. I knew he played that sound, but that's not who it is.
Yeah.
She said, "Okay." At the end of the game, at the end of the battle, he goes, "Cypher means is another word for nothing."
Zero. Oh, yes. It's
You said it.
You just said it.
What the hell?
You just said it.
Oh, right, zero. Yeah,
he literally said it, and he goes, "Great Fox."
I was thinking, I went from zero to null, and I was like, "Oh, right."
Oh no. Yeah, it's zero. Yeah. So Cypher, so Zero sent her in to try to one last time to get us to join him or be crushed because he's starting. They kind of tell us what happens in 4 here. He's gonna go. He goes, "Fuck controlling soldiers. I'm controlling data, and I'm controlling or technically 2, I guess. 2 and 4. Yeah, it's his whole Patriot SOP system and all that shit. And there's AIs in here, and what controls the SOP AIs. So this is all like kind of like a big old foreshadowing, which is cool, but at the same time, kind of like, I don't know, like, yeah, whatever, fuck it. But yeah, like I kind of feel like it's like a little. Again, this is where I'm going to start saying now. I like this game. I think it's a very fun game. But this is where I'm also kind of like, I do feel it was Kojima saying like, I'm going to do my thing, even though a lot of this shit was kind of already explained in fucking Portable Ops and in 4. But I'm going to do it again. And I'm like, but we already know that you added nothing new, really, in my opinion, except for Huey. That's the only character in Strangelove, Paz, Chico. Like, but anyways, let me get back to the Zeke battle real quick. I feel sad that we're fighting on motherfucking base, and other than apparently the rockets that you guys can launch, the mortars or whatever that I didn't know about, asking for supplies, no one from other base is fucking helping. Like, this would have been the perfect moment to have, like in Portable Ops or earlier in when we stormed and to get what's her name back? Paz, when Chico and they were like, "Venceremos!" and Big Boss. This should have been the Big Boss moment. This should have been the like maybe Snake is can't defeat Zeke or some shit, and then all of a sudden, boom, a missile comes out and it's fucking what's his name?
Johnny.
Miller.
He's back. He lives.
Johnny. Yes. No, it's Miller, and all the soldiers are like, bah, 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 bah. And they're like, "This is our boss. You ain't gonna fucking take him out. This is our home. You ain't gonna destroy us. Fuck you." I don't know. It could have been a little bit more, so much better, because this is on our base, and no one's there. No one's around cheering us on or nothing like that. Except we get that fucking K-pop music. I hate that song. I'm not gonna lie. It is very like, what the fuck is that song doing here?
Yeah, I actually don't like it.
But this is where I was thinking, like, when I was saying like I feel like again, it's like some of the stuff, like, I love this game. It's a fun game. It's a cool game. But I'm like, like, I kind of wish, here's my wishes for this game. Like, when I first played this game and first read about it and heard about it and saw trailers and all that good stuff for it, we knew there was a boss AI going around. We're like, oh shit, something's going on with the boss. It's gonna be really interesting. What's going on? And the first thing you see is the pupa. Well, the first thing you see is the chrysalis, right? Like I told you, for me, I was like, dude, that thing is like kind of eerie. Like, what the fuck is that thing, right? And then you fight the pupa. And it's very childish in a very threatening kind of way, because it's a fucking machine, obviously, right? It's a robot killer, right? And it's like, da-da-da-da-da, and it's just being very playful. I remember my first time playing, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, these are like the boss in like different stages of her life, because Strange Up says she has all the data on the boss, like all the data available. So I always thought like it would have been much cooler if it was like the pupa was like the boss as a child, how the boss would have seen the world, just very playful. Cocoon could have been like her as her soldier mode, like, nope, like, we're here to fucking get the mission done, kill shit or whatever, like just very ruthless almost. Chrysalis, I always pictured Chrysalis a little bit like a motherly, just kind of watching over you, like a hovering, like what is it? Kidnappers. She launches the kidnappers at you. Yeah. I don't know. I always feel more like she lullabies. She sings. She never got a chance, as far as we know, to hold Ocelot, her son, her baby. So she sings. She's like, she does a lot of like, la, 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 la. What does she sing? La, 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 yeah. They all do technically, but yeah, like I think like the robots could have had more life than what they really had, because at the end of the day, they were just all the same fucking thing. When you get inside of their AI pod, they're just the same pull-out pods. The only one that was super cool was obviously Peace Walker. Yeah, it was Peace Walker, because you're like, oh man, you're killing her again. I always thought it would have been better. Like I said, I'll say these last 2 cents here for me is that I want more. I know, right? We lost a cent. I want more because I asked myself, where there's a lot of boss battles in this game, but where's the heart or soul of these boss battles? We fought a tank, an ATV, a chopper, and a bunch of machines, but there was no Mantis, there was no Vulcan Ravens or freaking, Ninja Viper, Pyro Bison, Slasher Hawks. Like there was none of that. And it makes me a little sad because like I wanted those characters to be in this game, even the crappy ones like Null or freaking Python or yes, Crying Wolf, Raging Raven, like even them, or at least as a person and not just some robot. That I get sad just fighting a machine, and especially when Duckman. Dude, someone's got to animate or draw Duckman like in a fucking sneaking suit or some shit, dude. Like, shit. Yeah, like I just missed that, because like even going back to capture some more tanks, just to do those side ops and all that, those deployment missions, whatever those are called. I'm like, fuck, dude, like it's boring, honestly. The first one, yeah, it's kind of cool because you're like Noise, like you said, you have less weapons, so you really got to shoot the gas tanks and all that stuff, and once you get later on, you have so many rockets and shit, and you're like, whatever, just blow the shit out of this tank until the guy comes out.
And they're the same battle with different types of tanks, and it's just
yeah.
I get it, like
that's where I feel this one's
do
missing.
Without for sure. Yeah, it is missing.
Yeah.
It is missing
that soul.
That soul.
Yeah. Like I said, and they could have been cheap. My name is Helicopter Man. I'm the best pilot. All right, fuck it, I'll take you out. And then you get to recruit them. Why not? You like portable ops. Let us recruit.
Yeah,
Python, Null, technically, until when you beat the game, and Cunningham. What was his name? I always forget. Not Cunningham. Carter, something with the C.
Cunningham.
Is it Cunningham?
Yeah, the guy with the leg,
the peg leg. Yeah, the Ocelot,
the pirate, floating Segway.
Yeah. It's a big Segway too. He's like sitting on that son of a bitch, dude. But yeah. Anyways, that's sort of those are my cents on this game. Now it's its cents. How many? I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 10. I'm not sure. But like I said, I like this game.
Someone tell us how many cents you spent so far.
I know, right? Submit your thoughts or your cents on how many cents I'm talking about.
Call 1-900.
But I do like the mission based structure, but I also find it a little, even though they're listed as main ops and what do you call it, extra ops and all ops and you can go by region, which is kind of confusing honestly by region. But point being is replayability. Like this is the only time I've beaten the game from beginning to end in the 10 plus years the game's been out. I've only been in this game twice technically, because of the fact that it's missing a linear flow. It to me, it kind of breaks up a linear game, like a start to ending. Because you can do, once you beat it once, you can do any mission in any freaking order you want technically. So it's like you can skip those tank battle. You can skip the look for Amanda or find Chico missions, but those are part of the storyline. So I don't know. It does take away from me in that point. Like it should definitely let you do like a new game plus where like it just does only the storylines, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You kind of get what I'm saying, right? Because the Portable Ops was mission based as well, but they were literally like, this is the next one in the sequence. You can do other shit if you want. You can go to other areas to recruit soldiers or do little side ops, but once you start this one will continue the storyline.
Yeah, and this is what He Who Shall Not Be Named was kind of discussing with me. This is where this is where our opinions really split off. Of where I start to really, really like the Metal Gear series, because I do love the linearness of the older games and stuff like that, but those work for Solid Snake, I think. because Solid Snake is a soldier and he has one mission to do. Like, that's kind of why Kojima kind of got bored of him. He was just like, he's just a fucking soldier who will or will not kill himself. Like, you just, who gives a fuck? You know, he like, even Kojima stopped giving a shit about Solid Snake. And he was more interested in Naked Snake. He was more interested in Big Boss because Big Boss was like, he had like a human life. He actually shows like all these emotions that he went through and all that kind of shit. And Snake Eater makes sense for it to be linear because it's kind of like, this is his origin story. But now, how do you convey how this man became the legend that we all heard about through a linear story? No, we have to see how he went out there mission by mission, day by day, and his legend grew, not because he wanted it to grow, but because he was out there for days, weeks, months, years doing shit. You know, he was building an army multiple times. He did it in Portable Ops, and he's doing it here in Peace Walker. So to me,
I would argue that this is the same army. Why? Because it doesn't explain where the fuck all the soldiers from Portable Ops went. Again, I guess because it does. Yeah, I was gonna say retcon. Kojima says it's not canon, so there's no soldiers here.
Were you gonna say, Chris?
I said they died.
I just said it does. I'm like, what? Where?
Right.
Is there a fucking another tape that tells me what happened to?
Yeah, what did happen to all those? Wait, no, those soldiers are the ones that you start with
Some
they're in the cutscene.
Sure, they're in the cutscene. That's about it.
At the beginning of the game, yeah, they're not in your.
You fired them all, man, before you moved to new fucking to the new.
Yeah, you put the spotlight on them, and you said you're fired. To all of them, but to me, this makes more sense for Big Boss, like to see him in action day by day by day, because Snake Eater is like 2 days. You know, one day for Virtuous Mission, and the second day was the Snake Eater mission.
Yeah, but it was a hell of a fucking mission. I mean,
right? But do you think that's enough for one person to have a legend and to have that many followers over one mission?
I would argue, yeah, because this wasn't just like a.
So if he never did anything after that, was that enough to follow him forever?
It would depend. Because to that point, no one has done nothing else. Like you said, any soldier out there has done sneaking mission. Any other soldier has done a what do you call it, assassination, whether that's what it's called or not in an army. I'm not sure in the military, but you know, every soldier has done the recons and all that kind of shit. Snake went in, or Big Boss went in as a recovery mission that turned into now you got to go take out the Cobra unit, a legendary unit, the Shagohod, Volgan, what's his name? Volgan, and eliminate the best soldier known at that time, which was the boss. I think that's pretty fucking. I don't think any other soldier could have done that. So I mean, if he had done nothing else after that, and let's pretend after that him and Zero don't split and nothing else crazy happens, no Peace Walker, no fucking Metal Gear, what's the other one, Raja. Yeah, right. I would argue, like, yeah, this guy was fucking incredible. Like look at the boss. Why do people still well, I mean, this game takes place right because no one in the future really knows of the boss anymore. Well, because she was technically, you know,
yeah, well, she stormed Normandy pregnant.
Yeah,
you know, it wasn't just one day. She was in that war for days and days and days and days. You know, and Naked Snake did Virtuous Mission and Snake Eater, and it's just like, okay, it's just even he knows I don't deserve this name, Big Boss. Like, he doesn't feel like that's deserving of him. You know,
I always thought he felt he didn't deserve it because because of the boss,
right?
Well, because he completed a fake mission. His mission was to kill the boss because it was all fake. So it wasn't like he killed her because like she really, you know, that's what I always took it as. Like he hates that title.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't like, you know, because like I said, he forces him to shake the president's hand. Like, goddamn, like who of us in that position would have not wanted to fucking sock the president right there, you know?
Yeah, right in the kiss.
And everyone in that fucking room.
You son of a bitch.
So I have a counterpoint to you, German. You're talking about like the Virtuous Mission and Snake Eater should have gotten him enough prestige or whatever to make him famous. I remember, at least from the Virtuous Mission, I don't know about Snake Eater if it was the same way, but Zero mentions nobody can know about this mission. The U.S., Russia, nobody can know about it because it's not legal. Like, we're not supposed to be
the Virtuous Mission. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember if it was the same way for a Snake Eater.
Snake Eater was officially on the books because it was
because that's how they had
CIA,
and they had that's how they prove the U.S.'s innocence.
that they had nothing to do with it. Yeah. But yeah,
Virtuous Mission, like nobody knew about it, so that wouldn't count towards its prestige.
No, of course, not. Because Virtuous Mission would have just been like a simple recover Sokolov, and that would have been it. But obviously, that's not what happened. So, I would argue that Virtuous Mission, doesn't really count because it was a Black Ops, like you said, like completely off the books, and it was technically unsuccessful. It was a Snake Eater mission that really, to me, was like, God damn, that was a. I get what Noise is saying. And remember this too, though. Actually, in Portable Ops takes place. What was it, like 5 years after fucking 3? And they talk. And they talk. Right before Les Enfants Terribles. They talk a lot of shit that he's done in those years. You know, when did he fight? Well, it's not specified that it's there, but when did he fight Null? When the fuck did he know Python? I don't remember everything they talk about, but there's stuff that gets mentioned. Even Cunningham says like, oh yeah, you spent 5 years wandering around and fucking in every fucking godforsaken civil war or some bullshit like that. It's like, why, you fucker? He's like, where's the Patriots? Philosopher's Legacy. It's like, so he did a lot of other shit in between those years too. No, like I said, I think he's done a lot of missions. Me personally, this is me. I didn't need him. I didn't need to see him take out a tank and a chopper and recover Paz and recover Chico. I didn't need to see none of that shit. I already was sold that he's fucking incredible because we played it as him. Obviously, we played it as him. So
yeah,
like I guess if you were just reading it, if you were just read like, oh, he did this mission, you might be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could play the game without doing any of those extra ops. You could go straight from main op to main op to main op to main op. The only time you have to do an extra op to get anywhere is finds the doorknob for the last time.
Yeah,
that's the only required extra op.
Which is not even like it's because it is the shooting range is an extra ops. You're right. Holy shit.
Yeah, right. And I guess I guess the extra ops in between the doorknob to trigger the other ones. But yeah, you from chapter 1 to 4. Mm-hmm. You can just main ops. You don't have to level anything up and any of that shit. If you're good enough, you could go all the way through it.
Oh yeah,
any of the extra stuff. Mm-hmm. But no, I like being big boss, and this gives me that fantasy. I get to be him. And in the other games, the linear games, I get to watch somebody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I get to watch somebody become a legend. And this one, I am the legend. It's not just about the main missions that happen, but who I am as a soldier in the day-to-day. Because it's not just missions, it's also managing your crew, your command center and your mother base, and assigning people here and there and sending people off to die, in those little turn-based things that are off to the side. It's just so much more involved. Like, you are a commander in this game, and I don't know. I really love it. I love the whole game mechanic thing. I think mission-based makes absolute sense. Otherwise, we would have had a linear experience without any of those things. We wouldn't be developing weapons. We wouldn't be hiring and firing. We wouldn't be sending people off on side missions and stuff like that.
I was gonna say, I know they already kind of remade this game or HD version or whatever, but like, if they ever made another remake or like a spiritual successor, you remember I talked about we wanted, like, I wanted, I don't know about I wanted Acid 3. I would take, like, with Acid 3, the whole deployment thing that they have, but with, instead of just like those still images of like, he shot a rocket, bam, I would love to see a little bit more in depth of that. That would be super cool in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was something like Fire Emblem type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a little bit of animation.
By the way, I just totally caught my mic before it fell, so we almost had a big old crash like back in the day.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I have no idea how I got loose.
If they made those little things like a mini game or something, that'd be more interesting, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted more of that, and I was like, oh man, it sucks that I can only watch.
Yeah, you watch what they do and see the results. That's all you get, and it is kind of like, oh man, I wanted to see.
Like, the closest I can kind of think of what I would like it to be as far as a mini game. I don't know if either of you played Final Fantasy VII enough to get to the Port Condor battle.
No.
Okay.
The Port Condor.
Fort Condor.
The Port Conduit? What?
Yep. And that's the end of that conversation. Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Look up some video on the Fort Condor mini game, and you'll see what I mean. It's just you choose different types of soldiers, and it's the enemy has like a set amount of soldiers they'll use and different types and everything, And it's sort of like rock, paper, scissors, and that like this soldier's good against this one, and this one's good against this one.
Okay,
And
yeah,
you're
yeah,
given
yeah.
a certain amount of money to produce so many soldiers, and you go through and your point is to defeat these guys and then reach the boss before they destroy the base.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So that kind of thing, like
exactly. I do like those little battles, but I want to see more of them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you deploy Zeke, Chris?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I love deploying Zeke. Yeah.
So that's because I remember you were asking, you're like, I got like 3 heads and they're all the same. I'm like, because if your parts get damaged, you can replace them. That was what the point was.
Yeah.
Oh, I never got his parts damaged. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, damage Zeke is hard to damage. I'm not sure if there's some super S++ mission, but yeah, Zeke is just fucking destroys, dude.
Yeah, you got to go for those missions where you. I mean, you see, it's like nothing but tanks and helicopters.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Well, even then, I did Zeke, and then I do like 4 or 5
tanks or something.
Other tanks and heavy armor vehicles. Yeah.
Now I'm
it's
curious.
always funny when you deploy them against like just people.
I did that once. Yeah.
Because they're just like, ah!
I had one A mission left, and I did that, and it was like they didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, those poor sons of bitches, dude.
I wonder if you were to like, what would be kind of funny. I'm sure they didn't think about this, but what if you were to like let Zeke get fucking bashed up, right? Just so that you could freaking take him into one of those battles, and then with the one with like 6 soldiers or whatever, right? Mm. And one of the soldiers happens to throw a grenade and kills Zeke, blows him up, and then you create a time paradox because now officially someone has destroyed a Metal Gear before officially Snake has. Yeah, kind of funny. You created because now he would become the world's most famous or dangerous soldier.
Time paradox.
Yeah, I think that'd be hella funny, dude.
Time paradox.
But yeah, you got freaking.
I told Spy about that, by the way. The
time paradox.
The Secret Theater.
Oh, the Secret Theater. Yeah. I was gonna say, I wonder. I should test this if the AI chips that you get, like, because there's a little percentage bar on there.
Mm-hmm.
If that directly affects how tough, I guess you'd want to call it, Metal Gear Zeke fights. Because like I feel like when I first launched
that myself, yeah.
Because like I feel like when I first launched them, he was only doing like machine guns, and I think that's all he was doing. And I have so many chips on him now that, man, he was fucking using railgun and like hitting 3 guys at once, just fucking destroying. Like, god damn, Zeke. So I wonder, the more chips you have, the better, the more.
I thought you meant for when you fought Zeke. Okay.
Oh,
I was thinking about that. Yeah, but that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I also wonder. I'm not sure on that answer. I don't know because I kept leveling mine up. I'm like, I'll find out, and I beat it first try. So I don't know. But no, I meant like when you deploy them as well. So
yeah, interesting. Okay.
So also we get a little what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Conversation between I almost called him Otacon. Huey and Dr. Strangelove.
Yep.
Where they have like a little flirty flirt.
Mm-hmm.
And she pretty much tells him,
get up and walk, bitch.
Yeah, I'll fuck you if you can walk, pretty much.
Which is funny because in the tapes she clearly is made out to be like a lesbo. So I guess she's both.
she could if you're a woman, you can't swing both ways, can you?
You can wiggle both ways.
Yeah, I always assumed swing was you're swinging your dick both ways. Yeah.
No.
You could figgle jizzix both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, because she was definitely, maybe even the boss was also similar. Because if you had a relationship with the boss physically, also, it seems like Dr. Strangelove may have also had a physical relationship with the boss as well.
Mm-hmm.
At some point.
I mean, it was in the 70s. All sorts of weird stuff was going on. So,
oh yeah, 60s and 70s. Yeah, let's go. It's the decade of love.
Yeah.
But yeah, and God damn it, I almost called him Hal. Huey. Huey's like totally fucking down, and she's like, I'll wait, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So this fool. As a scientist, I'm pretty sure he's gonna make some legs. He's gonna turn into Darth Maul and give himself spider legs or something.
Yeah. So does that mean canonically Strangelove is Hal's mom?
Oh, we don't know. We don't know at this point.
Because he was sexually assaulted by her, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't assaulted. He fucking got down with her, dude.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
No, but that was the stepmom. That was E's mom.
Right.
Oh, okay. I got that mixed up.
We don't know who that is. Yeah. Step
Okay.
half sister, step half mom.
Yeah.
Half step mom.
Half step sister twice removed.
Yeah. But after that, we get a really fucking important conversation between Big Boss and Miller.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was also part of the when the fuck did this happen to me in later games where I was like, what? So he takes the doorknob's hand as a fucking trophy.
Oh, by the way, he's
As a cigarette
does
lighter.
the rocket punch. He does a rocket punch.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
And it misses.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I forgot about that. Yeah. That gave him no choice. He had to shoot him.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is where they confirm, Zero's been, behind it all, CIA, KGB, blah blah blah. But Miller admits that they were there because of him. He let them in. He knew who they were, and he did this so that they could grow their army because he wanted off the beach pretty much. He wanted Militaires Sans Frontières to be bigger. So he's the ultimate betrayer here.
Yeah.
He betrayed Big Boss, and he's not too happy about this.
Well, I feel like he's not happy, but I feel like he also does kind of like accept it because he goes, "Hear me out," and he's like, "This, he gives that whole speech about like we wouldn't have gotten this far, like."
But that's not what Big Boss wanted. He didn't want to grow like this, right? This is Miller's dream.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's what I understand. The Big Boss never wanted to be big enough to be pretty much a nation unto itself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Because they go into this like a whole speech of like, we're on everyone's radar now and this and this and that. So yeah, there's a lot more, like you're right. Like the betrayal is there in a sense of like, he just wanted a home for soldiers. He wasn't trying to fucking make a nation, like you said,
Yeah, because they, during this mission, they actively
nation that,
recruited people.
Yeah.
Instead of, people coming in on their own, like refugees.
Yeah, because Big Boss originally wanted just soldiers without borders, right?
Militaires Sans Frontières.
Yeah, and then he's like, no, let's be a nation without borders, a world without borders, and let's be bigger. Yeah. So he was very much manipulated into this, and I kind of got that feeling too, because it's like, even though he says like, oh well, even though you struggle so much, look at what we have. It's like, yeah, but I didn't have to go through all of that. Like I was the one that went through that, not you.
Yeah, you weren't fucking out there, bro.
So like, it's equivalent like someone saying like, oh, you went through cancer, but at least you grew as a person. It's like, yeah, but had I not gone through cancer, I could have still grown as a person. Like, that doesn't change the fact. It's kind of what it makes me think of. So, yeah, that was pretty messed up by Master Miller, rather, to do.
Yeah.
Although, and then we get like another text, ending like, oh, this happened, and the last one on that entry noise, Chris, did you pay attention to what it was?
Yep, he was found. Master Miller's found dead.
Oh yeah, but an unknown assailant.
Yep. Which, when did they say that was? Wasn't it like 1995 or something?
97, I believe it was.
Was it 97
or 2005? No, 2005.
2005. Miller does.
Okay.
2005. Which is
when Metal Gear Solid takes place, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or right before? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was like, no, no, Metal Gear released in 99 or 90, whenever it did. The game takes place in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking when I saw that at first, and I was like how would Solid Snake not know that he was dead? But if it happened right before, then yeah, that makes sense. So
yeah, I think they said he'd been dead like 3 days or something.
A minute. And Snake hasn't seen Master Miller in a while too, so he was just like, "Oh, Master, it's like good to hear your voice." And it's like, "There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you,"
Yeah.
So here, I remember thinking like, okay, Miller is this is the first time we see Miller for reals, because we've never met him in Solid, right? He wasn't in 1 or 2, no. So then and then obviously Portable Ops, you got to see a young Colonel Campbell, and we're like, oh shit, cool, Campbell, awesome, cool. And I remember seeing Miller, and I remember liking him. I remember being into him, like, oh dude, I like this guy, especially when you start reading more of his tapes, and you just have some conversations with him. She's like, dude, Miller's a cool dude. And then at the end, like Noise said, I'm like, dude, you're kind of just fucking like, what are you doing, man? You're like, again, I love Big Boss.
30th.
April 30th.
What happened on April 30th?
What was it? What was it? Go back.
I don't know. I don't care. It's just one of the dates.
I
was April
want
30th.
to go back.
April
There it is,
30th, 1975. The Ho Chi
Oh,
Minh
yeah.
campaign and the fall of Saigon reunites North and South Vietnam. Okay.
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
Yeah, the story, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, the story of how they met, I remember was pretty heartfelt and stuff. So for Miller to pull this on him was extra fucked up, especially if you listen to those tapes. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? And then I don't know if you guys remember in the previous credits when they had this wall of text with all the years and stuff, they had 1972 on there. What happened in 1972?
I didn't see.
You don't know?
1972. That would have been the when they did the thing, right? The
Yeah,
Les
the
Enfants
thing.
Terribles.
Les Enfants Terribles.
The
Yeah.
sons of the big boss were born.
The terrible children, yeah. So this is why there's already the falling out between Big Boss and Major Zero. So that kind of makes sense why this is all happening already, because he's like, what the fuck, dude? You're fucking siphoning my testicles and making clones out there? What's going on?
And then
the hell?
how Master Miller's doing all this stuff to manipulate him too. Jeez. I feel bad for Big Boss. Holy crap.
Yeah, he's just constantly being betrayed left and right all the time. But that's Peace Walker. And I think I mentioned to you guys before that this is technically Metal Gear Solid 5. But Konami was like, you can't release a mainline Metal Gear on a fucking handheld that people probably won't buy.
Yeah.
So he took out the 5 with this game.
Okay.
It was pretty much
Metal Gear
Resident Evil
5
3.
is technically Metal Gear 6.
Technically, yeah. Well, technically 5 is like a 3-part thing, but Metal Gear Solid 5 is technically now 6. But that was Kojima's plan, is to be like Peace Walker, blah 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 blah. These games together make Metal Gear Solid 5. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So German. Now that you've played both of them all the way through, which one's your favorite between this and Portable Ops?
Gameplay wise, this one. I think this one plays better. It's got way more fucking items and missions, and obviously much more content. But like I said before, heart and soul, like as far as like a storyline's concerned, I like Portable Ops a little better. I would like this one, but like I said, I love this one's anytime the boss is there. Again, sorry, I'm a sucker for the boss. I love her. Not just her, like I think she is the saddest character.
Her,
she,
love punching her, love knocking her out.
She is
letting her last as long as you can, letting her get back up.
If I could give her a fucking ration or a life medicine, like stick her in the neck with life medicine and start to look, I fucking would. But no, like to me, the boss is like and this is going to be a completely maybe way over the head for sure noise. Not about you, Chris, but this boss is like to Metal Gear what Shion is to Kingdom Hearts. Like she's just a sad character who got fucked, like destroyed.
Yeah.
Like she was just done dirty, unfortunately.
Roxas?
No, Roxas also was done dirty, but Shion was done a little maybe worse.
No, Goofy sucks and deserves every bad thing.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
I love Goofy. Goofy's awesome. I love Goofy.
Doesn't do shit. Fuck out of here, Goofy.
He does more than, well, man, they're about the same.
Yeah,
but but yeah, like I said, if this game, again, I'm definitely probably wrong for this, but if this game did revolve, why tease this whole boss thing when I think there could have been more of her? Like I said, the AIs could have been. Because remember, once you defeat each pupa cocoon chrysalis, the AI pod shoots off and then goes back to probably Strangelove. That could have been part of the story. That could have been like, she's collecting more data as to you because you are the catalyst to why the boss does what she does. Or like a little more soul, a little bit more soul. Mission wise, tons of fun missions. But like I said, I'm playing some right now. Jesus Christ, weapons. There's tons of weapons, tons of cool stuff. Unfortunately, we are so missing out on a lot of the 2-player stuff. There's so much cool 2-player stuff that we just can't really do.
Yeah. So we don't need PlayStation Plus, but we can't seem to figure it out. We need to figure that out. I want to play some multiplayer stuff with you, Chris. I know German can't because his damn PS3 fucking took a shit.
Yeah.
Unless you can figure out a way to do it on some private server or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But either way, I unlocked one item recently and it was like, oh, there's a 2-person. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that. I'm like, yeah, I did use that back in the day, man.
2-person item?
Yeah, a weapon.
Is it one of the healing ones? Or the...
Yeah, No, the one I got is a stealth camo one, but I believe there's also like a 2-person like fucking railgun or some bullshit like that, which is like, dude, that's
Are you gonna say
I
like a
think I do
2-person
remember seeing
bandana?
that, yeah.
2-person bandana.
You just tie one bandana around both your heads.
That would be pretty funny.
But
Back to back. You guys gotta face in opposite directions.
Jesus.
I got a weapon that restores health.
Yeah.
And then more recently, I
people-
got one that restores sanity or whatever.
Sanity.
Sight. That's what it is. Sight.
I'm waiting this entire episode. Like someone's gonna say something. I'm gonna press this button.
I think it's
For
fucking
sanity.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I'm surprised. Big Boss, if you will, kind of does go crazy, but yeah. I mean, all the shit he goes through. Yeah.
Yeah. How can he keep it together this much? He's even at the end, right there, being told that that Miller betrayed him.
Yeah, and
Miller.
You've been taken advantage of. Yeah.
He's still.
I use my personal pawn.
Yeah, he keeps his demeanor still pretty good. But yeah. What was I gonna say? No, yeah. German, those missions you're talking about, are those the missions I think you're talking about? The ones for him to find?
I'm not sure. You might text me. The tapes? I mean,
no, you were talking about tapes. So there's other missions that we want.
Oh, those ones. How the hell do we get those? Is it? I think we can. I think it had to be a download, wasn't it?
No, it's not a download. It's just you gotta get through certain missions.
Oh, really? Because I'm doing a bunch of them and I haven't seen that pop up yet. So I'm literally almost done with all of them except for all the custom battles, like all the custom Metal Gears and shit. Like that's the only thing I haven't done as of right now. The custom Zeke battle. So I'm like, what the fuck? What else do I got to do? So that's why I thought maybe it was something that was only in like a download or some shit like that. Like when the servers were up or some bullshit. Yeah, because I want Chris to see those missions too.
Yeah, these are trying to see what steps specifically to unlock these.
Have you noticed, Chris? So like that every time you go around and talk to like when you do a mission, like any of the supernatural missions are all Chico based, or not Chico based, but Chico's like the one that has a lot of info on it. Chris,
what do you mean, like Codec Calls, or like what do you mean?
Well, Codec Calls and or the briefing. So like if it's the ghost ones, Chico's there.
Okay, I haven't paid too much attention to those.
Okay,
but I'll go back and check that out. Yeah,
and then every time you go to like the people battles, he's also there. He's like, oh, the fucking this machine does that. So you know what's funny? I went through one call when I was fighting, I think the Chrysalis, maybe even Cocoon, and it was Amanda, and she was like, oh yeah, this thing is fucking the fortress and blah blah blah. I don't even know his weak points or some bullshit. She's like, we've lost lots of compas to that thing. I'm like, so these fuckers have fought these things? I'm like, I thought they only saw them in the mist. I didn't think they were actually like dying to them, but yeah. Man, they made it obvious that they've lost soldiers to all of the 3 machines, So
which is weird. I forgot, there's another post credits dialogue.
I forgot that. What's that one?
Let me see. I'll play it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Guess who's back?
We will forsake our countries. We will leave our motherlands behind us and become one with this earth. We have no nation, no philosophy, no ideology. We go where we're needed, fighting not for country, not for government, but for ourselves. We need no reason to fight. We fight because we are needed. We will be the deterrent for those with no other recourse. We are soldiers without borders, our purpose defined by the era we live in. We will sometimes have to sell ourselves and services. If the times demand it, we'll be revolutionaries, criminals, terrorists. And yes, we may all be headed straight to hell. But what better place for us than this? It is our only home, our heaven and our hell. This is outer heaven.
Yeah.
So that's like, yeah.
Official name drop, Outer Heaven.
Indeed.
Did he do that in Portable Ops?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but
I kind of feel like you did.
I was gonna say, I think I said it feels like a little bit repeated, but nonetheless, Chris. So yeah, that your question, to answer your question there, was like, I don't not like this game. I do like this game. It's super fun. I'm still playing it.
Like this game.
I'm playing it right
Do you
now.
regret playing it?
Right?
No, hell, fuck no, right? Yeah, hell no. But like I said, I just wish it had. To me, I really don't mind the mission based. I think if even if it was still mission based like this, if there was a little bit more soul, like I said, if we had a little bit more of those characters, unique characters to combat, I think maybe I would like it a little bit more. But
I think if they had left out Huck Coldman, and if this whole thing was Doctor Strangelove's idea, I think it would have more soul.
Sure.
It would, as far as like story and lore wise, obviously it would be missing all those extra cool characters and stuff. But I didn't give a two shits about fucking Huck Coldman. You know,
I know you fucking hated it.
And Doctor Strange's motives were way more interesting.
Sure, absolutely. And she's not only she's a well designed character. She looks pretty, not just like in the feminine kind of like, oh, she looks pretty. Like she just looks super cool, you know, like she fits this world of Metal Gear, you know.
Yeah.
And Coleman just looks like a generic, like just some dude, you know.
Yeah.
Just some fucking
generic Bond villain, number 27.
Literally, yeah. Literally.
But yeah, what was I gonna say?
But yeah, Chris. So like, that's my answer. What? Let me ask you. What about you?
I definitely prefer this one.
Yeah.
It's the same game. It's just there's more to it.
It's refined.
Yeah, it's refined. There's more content. There's more like diversity. You know, it's a lot of fun. I like it.
I didn't see any black people in this.
But there are Mexicans. Well, not Mexicans. Sorry.
Wow.
Costa Ricans.
Wow, bro.
Costa Ricans. Nicaraguans.
Not one Mexican in this, bro. Not one. There's a French girl.
I think there's some darker skinned guys as soldiers, like the guys you recruit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But not like main characters, no.
Yeah, there are Mexicans.
Oh geez. Obviously there's Russians, Americans, you know.
Yeah.
But no, it's the game. It's the game with a lot more to it, a lot more content and things to do, and a wide variety of things to do. So yeah, I definitely prefer this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like there's instructions on how to get these missions.
Okay. Send them to me. So I can...
Well, I'm going to give it to everybody so that everyone's listening and stuff.
Oh, sure. You're not going to tell them what it is. You're just going to tell them their mission. Yeah.
So it says, read all of Chico's mission briefings. Select briefing files before starting a mission and hit the R shoulder button and read all of them. Don't press start. Just skip it all by hitting X or circle a lot if you want to. Okay, so if you press start, it just like takes you out or some shit. So you want to go through like page by page or whatever.
Okay.
And then it says then in Extra Ops 29, when you blow up the container, grab all the items, but ignore the goal, and instead make your way to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Look for Trenya, a cat wearing a yellow hat, on the docks, and stand near him until you get a cutscene.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the beach. I remember the beach. I just couldn't remember. So you have to listen to his tapes. It's not about doing fucking missions, huh? Okay.
Because when you listen to Chico's briefings, he talks a lot about, because he talks about like El Basilisco and all these other things and mythical creatures like Loch Ness and whatever.
He's all about the supernatural. Yeah.
Yeah, like Bigfoot and shit. He like
talks about aliens, dude.
Yeah, he loves all that conspiracy theory shit. He loves all that stuff. So it makes sense that you have to listen to all these things and then do Extra Ops 29. So yeah, so listen to all that shit or read it. I think you have to listen to it, right?
Yeah, it's audio tapes. But still you can skip them by pushing X and just smashing the button.
Yeah, so they're saying don't press start, otherwise it doesn't count as like you actually listen to them. Yeah, so you can, I guess, hold, like the whole triangle on Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 to fast forward the, what's it called? Codec Calls?
Mm-hmm.
So basically you could do that if you don't want to hear them.
Okay.
Do Extra Ops 29, blow up the container, don't go to the actual extraction point and go to the beach instead, and you'll get some extra missions.
Yeah, that's
special missions.
Yeah, wonder what it could be.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think there, Chris?
I have no idea.
Shut up!
Johnny? We get
Oh, yeah.
Johnnies?
Has there been a Johnny in this?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Yep.
They've all been named after animals.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But Jonathan also was just Jonathan in Portable Ops, and the rest of them were animals.
That's true, yeah.
What? They're all animals?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're all anthropomorphic animals, German.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
There's a Khajiit. There's a
There's a white swallow.
there's a white. Was that the name? No, Swallowtail.
No, Swallowtail. Dude, I actually, that wasn't on purpose. God damn it. Oh my god.
You had me for a second. I was like, yeah. Wait, no, that's not right.
That was not on purpose. I swear to God, I don't know what's wrong with me, man.
Okay. Well, Chris, what did we say? Because when we were talking about Metal Gear Solid 4, I said, wouldn't it be great if there was some games that showed you all this shit that happened that MGS4 just tells you? Is this satisfactory to that?
Yeah, it is.
But what did it show us, Noise? They didn't show us the fight between him and Cypher. Just told us again that they had a falling out. It didn't show us anything, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say it was over.
Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet.
Right? This is not the last game we're gonna play.
No.
But yeah, you're right. We didn't know there was nothing about Cypher came up until the fucking end, until you get the real ending.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is kind of like the same thing where you're like, what? Okay. Why are you guys mad at each other still? And yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of only really know because of 4, because of Les Enfants Terribles project. That's what splintered their relationship. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe in a future game we'll see them fighting it out or some shit.
Yeah.
No, is that what you think we'll see? What do you think we'll see?
I don't know. Yeah. Oh shoot, I don't know anymore. So we have 2 games left.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to know?
What do we have? I haven't looked at the list in a while.
I'd call it 2.5.
2.5 because that last one is probably garbage. Let's see. Yeah, the last one neither of us have played.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh no, we have. Well, we are going to talk about Snake Eater 3D.
I was gonna say 3D. Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to play it. If any of us can grab a copy of it.
No.
We all have 3DSs, but yeah. Chris, you have one, right?
Yeah.
Copies are expensive, and then emulating it, I heard it's not the easiest, right?
Yeah, I tried. It's fucking god awful. And then there's Social Ops, and then after that is where we do Rising Revengeance, and then after that is 5, and then Survive, and then Delta. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting close to the end, man. But also, is it after 5 PT? I can't remember when PT released, but yeah,
I think it was after 5.
Yeah, it should be right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so per request from one of our producers, well, not request, but he asked, would we do PT? And I was like, I feel like we should. Fucking, it's a Kojima jam, and I know German's a scaredy cat.
I am, dude. I am, dude.
Listen, that game, I've said this multiple times, if there was poop in my butt, I would have shot myself for sure. like, luckily one of my roommates took a video of like my legit like scream. Like it was like I don't know what I thought. I just screamed, and it was like I've never had a video game make me scream like that before. And yeah, I look at that man and I go, man, you're lucky you didn't have to poop at that moment, because you definitely would have. So yeah, I'll find a way to get that copy to you guys. Well, not copy, I guess, my PS4, because it's the only way to play it. And then you guys could do it there. But yeah, okay. Chris has no idea what the fuck to think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think we'll come back to present time?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
With Solid Snake?
Yeah, because he and Big Boss are all chummy now after 4. So
Big Boss died.
Yeah. You remember Noise complaining about it because it took forever?
Because he died for like 20 minutes.
Even though I timed them and it's 29 minutes, and and then Liquid dies at 35 minutes. So yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so I think we're going to go back to Solid Snake.
What else could that man do? His face is all charred. What would the game be? Like,
I don't know. What would Big Boss's game be?
him getting to the bathroom with a walker? Like, he's just getting older. Him avoiding Meryl's calls.
Yep.
Even though she's married. That's what it would be. That's what it would be. It'd be like Twilight. It'd be a fucking
Jesus.
It'd be a fucking love triangle. Johnny, Old Snake, and Meryl.
You know what I wanted to be, and I think I might have mentioned this before, is a game that takes place between 2 and 4 that
3.
covers Raiden.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
The covers right. And we all wanted that, man.
Yeah. Just to see, how did he become Cyborg Ninja version 3? Because even Cyborg Ninja was version 2. Because Black Ninja was Cyborg Ninja version 1.
Technically, yeah. And technically, the version 0.1 was freaking never mind. I was gonna say null, but because he wasn't no suit there, and he wasn't like revived or nothing like that. You're right. It was Black Ninja. What was his name? Black Mantis? No, Black Mamba.
Yeah, Black
what the fuck is his name?
Ninja.
Black Mamba.
Yeah, he was the first one.
Yeah.
But then there was also like the one that like would go full blown camo. Remember that you would have to listen to his footsteps. Nightshade or something like that.
Nightshade. What was his name?
Night Terror, something like that. Yeah, it was Terror. Something. Shut the. I love that stuff, man, dude. It was like Terror. It was Terror. Something Terror.
You're right. Something. Yeah.
Night Terror. Night. I'm looking it up real quick.
Because the only one I can think of is the one in the tall grass in the land grass.
Night Fright.
Night Fright.
Night Fright. Yeah. Jungle Evil.
Jungle Evil. That was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jungle Evil. Yeah.
Yeah. Night Fright wasn't specified that he was a ninja, but he goes straight up invisible on your ass, and then he appeared. He would throw it looked like shurikens. He would just, or was it a gun? I don't remember, but yeah.
He threw guns at shurikens.
He threw guns.
He threw shurikens, or he fired a gun.
He didn't know what it was. It was like, it's a large metal object. I guess I throw it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got your marching orders, everybody. Find those special missions and expect to hear from us next week with our special guest. I don't know who it's going to be. I'll need to speak to Mr. Robot, see if he wants to come on. I know he said yes a while back, but I just want to make sure he will be available to actually hang out with us. And I don't know if he finished the game. Also, I will ask.
Because I know he's been a little bit behind, but he might be able to catch up.
Yeah, he might be able to catch up, and he might not even give a shit. He'll be like, fuck it, I'll just show up.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's we're going to discuss the whole series all together anyways, as we always do.
Yeah.
And maybe a quiz. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
We'll see if we have time.
All right.
Last time we didn't have time. I thought we were going to have no content, and we just get like, holy shit, we're talking about a lot of stuff.
Too much content. Yep.
Too much content. All right, you guys. Well, any last thoughts?
No. I think Chris is going to be surprised. That's what I'm going to say.
Pleasantly or unpleasantly?
I think
Do
pleasantly.
you know what day it is tomorrow?
It could be Rose missions. You never know.
Oh no.
Could be right missions, yeah.
You might need to get in a box.
If we have I don't want to say anything. I was gonna say if we have to play a game playing as Rose, I'm not gonna play that one. I'm gonna sit out that series. But I don't see that being a thing, so
Kojima has done odd things, let's just say.
yeah. But even he's not that bad. So right?
Well,
I hope so.
when we get to Death Stranding, we'll discuss that. Because that's also another one we were asked to do. So
That's true.
Yeah, well, if we have time, I think we'll be able to do all of it before Delta comes out. It's May?
That's what, August?
August 25th or 6th? Something 6th, 27th.
The end of August, yeah.
Okay, so we got 3 months. Yeah, I think we should be able to get through it. If not, okay, we'll put something on hold.
Yeah, and this PT thing you're talking about, is it that it's on your PS4? Is that the only way we can play it, or is it something we can get? Because I still have my PS4.
No,
it's got delisted from the PlayStation Store.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we'll discuss why and all that stuff during that episode and
Okay.
shit. But yeah, it's a pretty special thing. Like my PS4, I don't know what it's worth, but I remember people were selling their PS4s because it had this game on there for a while. But I will definitely never because it's installed on there.
Yeah,
it's a really cool experience in my opinion. I think that's something, Chris, that you should stream.
Okay,
for sure. When we get there, that's actually the first game I ever streamed.
Ooh,
was PT.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, if you all would sorry, no, that's not the way I do this. What do? I say, thanks so much for listening to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us at fans.pixelbenders@gmail.com. Or you can join our Discord, which has been lighting up like crazy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love seeing people discuss Metal Gear and Monster Hunter and everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we're just
Sometimes we talk about things that trigger us.
yeah. And I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, join our Discord. Absolutely free.
Yeah, come on.
You could also catch Chris and I on Twitch, twitch.tv/dammitchris or /noise1ttv. I'm only doing it like once a week. Chris is getting lazy. He's falling behind.
It's true.
But follow him anyways.
Yeah.
If you would like to hear these early, you can I just had a brain fart.
Support us on Patreon.
Thank you. You can support us on Patreon. Like I said, you get live access to the pod recordings and hear all these fumbles. You get early access to episodes. You get a chance to be our guest and also bonus content like movie reviews, film commentaries, let's plays, and the like. If you guys would be so kindly, leave us a review because it helps us jump up on those charts when people are looking for, like if they search for like a Metal Gear podcast, put us at number 1. That'd be amazing. And I'll read your review out
I
loud.
can even imagine that.
We were there for a while, remember? At one point when I was
we?
actually like checking stats. Yeah, people would search Metal Gear and we were like at the top and I was like, how the hell is that
Wow.
happening? It must be only because we were the only active ones. There
Yeah,
might
that
be
makes
other active
sense.
ones out there. Yeah, like how many fucking people have Metal Gear podcasts? Another thing that'll help us is if you share us on your socials. Our friend, oh shit, I just spaced out on his name, who gave
Dan?
us the video.
That was Daniel, right? Or was that?
No. The music video that we, Phantom Spider.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Phantom Spider clipped us shouting him out. Well, him and his band out, and they clipped us and shared us on their Instagram. So
Wow.
yeah,
Thank you.
yes, thank you, Phantom Spider. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. And
Actually, sorry, I was gonna say I've actually been listening to that song, and there's only one other one that I know of on Spotify. Maybe I think it was just 2 on Spotify. And
Of his songs?
I've been jamming
Okay.
to him a little bit. Yeah, I like to beat them. Still trying to find that Metal Gear reference, but I can't find it.
So he said that the reference is actually on the teaser video, the one that I didn't play,
Oh,
Okay.
and it's just the beginning of the song, right? And it's a little black screen, and then at some point it just goes, "Kept you waiting, huh?" And it just has Naked Snake there saying that, and I was like, "Oh fuck, no wonder we didn't see it because it was in the wrong video." So yeah, but we're the what's it called? The gospel is being spread. The outer heaven
Yes.
gospel.
mhm.
Maybe we should have called ourselves that. Outer heaven gospel. Speaking of which, let me check to see if we have any. No, we don't have any reviews, but we do have a comment on Spotify.
Ooh.
Let's see. It was from episode 52. It says, oh, because this person commented on episode 41. And they said, my comment on episode 41 was regarding the outro before Noise does the more normal outro. Wait, what? I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was chaos and I loved it.
Why we gotta go back
Maybe
to
when
that?
you kept laughing or something? I don't know.
Probably. It sounds like one of those that went super off the rails, but that was from your sister Panther.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot that she dropped that one off a while back there. Who the fuck is this, German? Balls to the wall, boys.
That's what it was.
What is his name? Herding?
I dismissed him, so I have no idea what it is.
His name is Herding. That's weird.
Yeah.
Why'd you dismiss him? He's all D's, bro.
He's a
but yeah.
volunteer too. Balls to
man.
the walls. Boy.
Poor son of a bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know. She's
You're
fucking
fired.
He floated on a raft over here to join us. I told him get the fuck out.
Yeah, how are people getting there?
Dude, I know.
We're like a fucking oil tanker in the middle of the ocean. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. I've been Red Noise.
Guys, I've been a Chrono Riser.
And I am Blue Rhino Boss.
And we'll see you guys next time. Find yourselves those special quests. And yeah, welcome to Outer Heaven. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.